The most random things sell on eBay. The most random things are valuable to someone else, but not to you. Just check. Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mint Flips, where I'm a stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller. And every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I have 15 orders going out today and a bonus order going out today. I also have 5 TCG player orders going out for about $6 in profit. I do have a 7th one to send out, but it's got like 25 cards in it, so that's going to take me some time. That one's for, $7 in profit, something like that. But it is very time consuming to pick individual cards, especially if they're not all from the same set. Actually, only if they're not all from the same set, which seems to be every single time. So, either way, great sales day. Again, let's get to pulling some orders. First thing going out, A5 is a antique depression glass. A1, 2, 3, 4, 5 McKee jadeite canister lid tucked back here. And luckily, I recently listed it, as in like 4 days ago, with the rest of the jadeite stuff I'd got recently at a garage sale. Paid $3 for all of the items, and this one alone, this lid, canister lid, and the only reason I know it's McKee, or at least I assume it's McKee, is because there's basically Fire King, and then, which is marked, and then if it's not marked, it's basically McKee. There may be others, but I don't know. It seemed pretty straightforward that there was 2 companies that made it, and marked Fire King, unmarked McKee. If anybody knows any others, please let me know. I will try to pass that along. But for that one alone, paid $3 for that, which they were using as a plate, and I knew it was not a plate. And then a cup and a bowl and maybe a saucer. I don't remember exactly, but $3 for all of it. For that right there, $45 free shipping. What a fantastic score. The cup, I think, is listed for like $35. My father informed me that he thinks he has like 30 jadeite cups sitting around. He just has to find. That'll be awesome. Nothing like a $35 multi-quantity jadeite listing. And next up, B3B. I still can't believe these exist. It's a Russ Troll doll, B3B. I complained about this buy many times, but in the long run, it ended up being worth it. There was just one oversized one that I shouldn't have bought, and it would have made the buy excellent, because the oversized one I took a loss on, and then all the rest of them was a great deal. $11.69 free shipping on that one. I bought, I don't know, 20 plus of them for around $15. But then I paid $6 for the big one and sold it for like $12 free shipping. What a terrible buy that was. And it wasn't even me. I was buying them, and at the store, somebody was like, oh, I saw you were picking up all these troll dolls. You missed this one. They threw it in my cart, and I just kind of was like, oh, yeah, cool, yeah. And I just went on with my day. But I didn't pick it up in the first place, so I'm blaming somebody else on that one. And that one's actually going in Michigan, which is cool. Which, speaking of shipping in Michigan, this one I forgot to put in Tuesday's orders. Well, I didn't forget. I deleted the listing before I went and found it, so it took me an extensive amount of time to find. But it was the last subscriber giveaway. Tracy, she picked out this Swingline stapler, Swingline Cub stapler. I will also include some stickers and magnets, which I will grab now so I don't forget. I'll at least put one there as a place marker so I don't forget, because I would. So Tracy, thank you so much for subscribing, watching, commenting, and entering the giveaway, and your stapler is going out today. And then also, speaking of subscriber giveaways, a subscriber known as LG in the comments, he won the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which was a bigger giveaway, and he said, hey, because they're open-ended, spend it when you want. The sooner is the easier on me, but there is no pressure. Do it whenever you feel like it. He said his son is getting into Pokemon collecting. How about you just make me up a Pokemon card bundle? And I said, that's a great idea. I've got tons of them. And for younger kids, it's very easy to give them a lot of cards where they feel like they got something huge, because once the packs are open, a lot of them are basically worthless. But to a child, they just like the cartoon characters that are on the cards. So as long as there's not just like 30 of the same card, it's a ton of fun. So I'm actually excited to put that together. I'll probably do that later this evening and send it out with next week's packages. I'm waiting for an email back to, I inquired if he has any interest in actually playing the game, because then the cards I send would be a little different. But if not, then I will make up all the cool Pokemons. Next up, it's a book. The Antagonists, Temple Thurston. This one right here, Temple Thurston. I have no idea what that book is about. That's not what selling books is about. You don't need to know what's in them. That's not what selling on eBay is about. You don't need to know what a thing does. You don't need to know what a book is about. You will get questions anyways, and then just respond respectfully. I don't have the answers that you need. Sorry. $14 free shipping on that one. I have recently started rearranging my own bedroom to get my office moved into my bedroom so that I can work in a safe environment where a toddler can't ruin hundreds or thousands of dollars of things when I'm not looking. So I moved my bookshelf from my office into my bedroom, and I was moving a bunch of books, and I was like, I'm never gonna open these books. These are decoration. Why do I have them? So I looked up this book set that I had sitting on the shelf for years that came with my house, so cost of good $0. And it's a $50+ book set. So listed that right away. I have another one, a big encyclopedia set, that if it was complete, hundreds of dollars, but it's missing a lot of books. Enough where the cost to replace them is not worth it, and selling it missing books really just isn't going to happen. I might list them individually. Ugh, that sounds like a lot of books sitting around for that. So probably a local marketplace for that one. Next up is A2A. It's a lot of 2 Corning handles. A2A. And I got one of these recently at a garage sale. And then I got one of them a while back in a Mikhail mystery box. I paid less than $1 for both of them because one's Mikhail mystery box, less than $1. Garage sale, I think I paid 50 cents. Put them together because these you can sell individually, but lots of 2 just makes sense as far as the dollars and the shipping and all that. Lots of 2 is better. Lots is 3, not so much, because then the shipping becomes into a different bracket. If you can wait around till you have 2, that's the best way to do it. $15.29 free shipping for the pair. I think those were in a 10% sale. Next up is a couple games, 5 of them exactly. Call of Duty lot for Xbox. Right here, I gave a significant discount on these because I wanted the space. This is not a hot seller. This is when somebody buys an Xbox 360 and used to play these games, they go, oh, I want to play Call of Duty, and then there's just a lot of these. You're wading through a lot. I was going to take the money that came in. I had it listed $24.99 plus shipping. $18 plus shipping was what I accepted. That is still okay with me. Next up, A3 American Girl Doll complete card set. So right there, boom, paid for the American Girl doll stuff. The other stuff that might take till the end of time to sell is okay now. And I think mine was the only one that was complete. So I didn't list it as the cheapest, but I wasn't shooting for much more than the cheapest. Was in the 10% sale, which I run basically continuously. $31.99 plus shipping. I paid, or maybe I don't remember. I'll link the video at the end of this one where I bought it, and if you're curious, you can find out that way. But I did these ones, if I can find them quickly, which I think I can, over here in B3F. These, which also came in that package, that binder of cards, were these batches of patches, which are little iron-on patches for your American Girl dolls. Could not find these anywhere. Not on Terapeak, anywhere. So I priced them high, $29.99, free shipping each. I don't know, I'll take an offer, but you can't ask for more money once they sell. So I priced them high. But these right here are, as I said, trading cards. It's neat, but very limited, I think, on your market to sell those to. And there's quite a few listed, but not all the sets are complete. I don't think any of the sets were complete except for mine. Some of them had more cards than mine, but weren't complete sets. So that means they're just duplicates, which are useless. Like, what good does that do you? You're not going into your local card shop and selling an American Girl doll card. That's not happening. Next up, A2A is Sony headphones. A2A, I think it's these ones here. MDR ZX100. Yes, those right there. Weirdest thing though, pair of these that I price comped against that sold for the most money, which I always try to use the listing when I sell similar of the listing that's, I'll go to the solds, sort by highest to lowest, and I will use the highest listing because something they did in their title or keywords or recommended specifics or whatever got them more money than the rest of the people. Sometimes it's happenstance, just luck, and sometimes the second to highest one looks better and you can see, you know, make a judgment call. But that's how I generally pick which listing to sell similar from. $12.59 free shipping, but the one that sold for the most money had no ear covers. Okay, so the one sold for the most was damaged. That makes no sense. Next up, B5B is some Crown Royal bags. B5B. Oh, B5B. I got confused because B5B is up here on B6. And it is, I don't think the peach ones. It's not the peach ones. It's these vanilla, maybe? Caramel? I'm not sure. They got snowflakes on them. These are one of the best ones you can sell. It is a lot of 3 for $13.99 free shipping. I got a whole junk load of Crown Royal bags at my friend Mindy's garage sale a few weeks back. I sold one of them on a day I took off from filming, which was a lot of 10, the vanilla ones, the gray ones. I think a lot of 10 for around the same price. This is one of the best ones you can find. So if you find these, yes, the purple ones, I mean, if you got a lot of 1,000, sure. But beyond that, you want the niche ones, and even that, it's not a ton of money, especially if you're a Crown Royal drinker. Then it's just free money. Actually, let's go ahead and have tip of the day. This one, I don't know why more people don't capitalize on this, but if you consume something on a regular basis, it doesn't have to be liquor, but in general, liquor. Check if your bottles are worth anything. Usually, I think they're used for crafts, and usually it's got to be in larger lots of 10. But people that like to drink, I used to be a Jameson drinker. So I had bottles of Jameson. They just eventually accumulate. I'm not saying I was down in bottles of Jameson on a daily basis, but if you only drink one type of thing, they tend to pile up in your recycling pile. Check and see if they're worth something. I, off the top of my head, can't think of any other products beyond liquor where that would come into place. But if there is something that you use on a regular basis, consume on a regular basis, that has a byproduct, check and see if that thing has any value if you sell it in volume. Fun story, that's how tater tots were invented. They were making French fries. They had all this extra potato that was coming off the potatoes that wasn't in the shape of a French fry. And they said, well, we're just throwing this away. What can we do with it? So they were like, let's chip it into little bits, smash it into nuggets, and make the most delicious potato product available to mankind. Just a thought, check. Every once in a while, the most random things sell on eBay. The most random things are valuable to someone else, but not to you. Just check. Next up, A5 is a Tupperware lid. A5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. And for this lid, which was priced very high, I got $13.99 free shipping. I think it was priced $19.99 free shipping, but for a Tupperware lid, I'm taking that all day, every day. I assume I paid around $0.25 for it. Next up, A6 is a tailor-made CB2 putter. And I listed 2 putters the other day, and this one, oh, good. I can see on the very end of it what it is. This one right here, tailor-made CB2. And I meant to grab the box for this out of storage when I was out there yesterday, and I forgot. So that'll get shipped tomorrow. Let's see, when does it have to be out? It has to be out tomorrow. So that will ship out tomorrow. Unless I can finagle something here, but I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. If I didn't say $25.99 plus shipping, that one, and then the ping putter that I listed, the ping putter I think was $60 plus shipping, $25.99 plus shipping on this one. And then most of these clubs here, all these tailor-made bubble shafts, I got all of those $5, I think. Lots of times golf clubs, people are like, I'll be like, okay, I want to buy this one. They're like, well, if you buy that one, you got to take them all. I'm like, well, I don't want them all. And usually you can get a pretty good deal on golf clubs. I'm not saying go crazy and buy a bunch of random golf clubs. I'm saying sometimes the opportunity comes up where you can't say no. The money's just too good. And speaking of good money, next up is C2. It is a good, rich, nicer cooler, which is this really interesting, fairly rare, I would say rare, wicker basket cooler. It's a foam cooler from BF Goodrich Company. Trash basket looking container. Flip it over here, see? It's got a handle there. See, it says nicer and icer. And then it's got your handles. Very cool, very cute. I would say this is basically an ice basket. It doesn't really fit in there very good. I just think that's kind of how it goes. I don't think it's meant to be perfect. But either way, my father picked this up. I don't know when or where or for how much, but it sold for $71.99 plus shipping. Yeah, this is one of those items where people screw it up, because what'll happen, because this has been listed for well over a year. What'll happen is you'll list it, not you specifically, but people, they'll list it. It'll sit, and it'll sit, and it'll sit, and they lower the price, and they put it on sale, and they added promoted listings, just trying to get somebody to buy it. Just, oh, if I do this thing, somebody will buy it. If I do this thing, somebody will buy it. This item is not that. This item is a 1 in a million buyer, which I think is a fair estimate. How many people are there on the planet? Billion? What's the count at right now? World population. Over 8 billion people on the planet. Okay? And this is one of those items where it's just not, it's not desirable. It's very rare that a person wants it. But there's also not that many listed. This is an item that is the quintessential long tail item. You price it right, you price it to what the other ones have sold for, and you forget about it. There's nothing you're gonna do that's magically gonna convince somebody to hop on eBay and buy this. Somebody either has one and something happens, or somebody goes to a fancy garden party or whatever situation it is, and they think, wow, that is the cutest, coolest, whatever little cooler. I need to get one of those. It's a very niche scenario for the buyer to even come up, but new ones don't get added. So this is, like I said, this is quintessential long tail. List it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Next up, B6 is a laminated Smokey the Bear poster. I don't know which one. I'll just grab all of them for now. I have sold probably over 20 of these. I don't know exactly how many. This one is I've actually sold this one a couple times. Please be careful with my future. It's like Mama Bear, Cub, Mama Doe, Fawn, that kind of thing. I came into a huge lot of those one time for like $6. They all sell, that one sold for $26.99 free shipping. They all sell for over $20. So if you find them, buy them, sell them. These ones were laminated though, so I put a couple extra dollars compared to the other ones, because they don't have any tack holes. They were laminated and probably used sticky tack to put them on the wall. But that is also a plus. No stains, no rips, no tack holes. Next up in the hat drawer is a local 324 international hat. I don't know if that's like a ironworkers or I'm not sure. I gotta get this thing out of here. And this just got listed right here, local 324, which is the International Union Operating Engineers, so an engineers union. And this I got for free. That is my favorite price to pay for things. This one, actually, the hat that was right next to it, I'm assuming they were both the same kind of thing. But for that one, I accepted an offer, or I sent out an offer, $15.99 free shipping. Next up, A2 is 4 Dr. Seuss cassettes. One, which I picked up a couple bags of kids cassettes at a church sale. I paid 90 something dollars for everything I got. I mean, per cassette, I probably paid a quarter, maybe not even that. But these ones right here, it is for Dr. Seuss tapes. I tried to put this in the title. eBay said, no, you cannot do that. But this is a book on tape. I didn't care either way. Like, I was gonna list it no matter what. I was just trying to put some of the titles, and that happened to pop up. But I don't think the story itself was racist. I think it was the artwork that was racist. I don't really remember the whole story behind it. It's neither here nor there. I about broke into a Dr. Seuss rhyme right there. I listed the 4 of them, got $13.49 free shipping. Now, whatever your stance is on, I don't think I've ever read the book in my life, on the racism that was definitely in the book. I mean, I saw some of the pictures. Yeah, of course. I mean, watch any old Looney Tunes. Yeah, full of racism. But censorship is, I'm not down for that either. Like, be good parents. Teach your kids that bad things are bad. That's my stance there. I'll try not to go any further so things don't become political in the comments. Next up, love it. A4 spring-made sheets. I cannot believe I sold through all of these except for, I think, 1 pillowcase. The sell-through rate on these was so bad. I thought these were going to be listed forever. I guess I have 1 set left of sheets without the pillowcases. I think what it is, I have a top sheet and a fitted sheet in the yellow, and then a top sheet separate from that. But these 3 back here, which these ones I put specifically in the description, I think also in the title, there's some staining from the tape that was taping these ribbons on. And in later editions, the ribbon is not an actual ribbon. They started printing the ribbon on the plastic, which this is probably why. And I put in the listing that that's what it is. It might clean off. I do not know. That is your decision to make. That is me paraphrasing, of course. But for those, $41.99 plus shipping. And I did find that, because they won't fit in a flat rate padded envelope, I did find that they do fit in a flat rate medium. But that one, which I think is like 15 bucks, but this one, it said the shipping was $15.80, so that doesn't really make sense. And that's probably, they might have picked Ground Advantage. And I mentioned this before, where the problem with Ground Advantage, instead of priority for me, like cheaper for the buyer, sure, but now I have to carry boxes, build boxes, just, it's a lot of extra stuff to have around. It's a lot of resizing, that kind of thing, because you cannot use priority boxes to ship Ground Advantage. I found myself 3 times upgrading their service anyways, just eating the extra $1 or whatever it was. And one time it was an extra nickel, and I did use my own box, so I lost money because I spent 50 cents on a box and priority was only a nickel more. What I did to circumvent that to the best of my ability, because I do want to allow buyers to buy cheaper shipping if they want, but what I did is, in the order of operations for shipping, I put priority as the first one, then Ground Advantage as the second option. So when they look at a listing, it is the first one that pops up, and it will be how I price my items, considering USPS priority. It'll only really become apparent to either bargain shoppers, or if somebody reaches out and says, hey, I'd like to buy this, but the shipping's expensive, and I'll say, oh, just check the other options available, because people never do that. Ever. Ever do they check the other options. It's not apparent when you're buying. It's not as obvious. It should be when you go to checkout, and maybe it'll even prompt you like, hey, here's some other options that are cheaper. Would you like to consider these? Something like that. Even though that's towards the end of the purchasing process, there's nothing that really prompts the buyer that there are cheaper options available to them. I don't understand it. But those sheets, I mean, I paid $5 for the whole box, $41.99 there, $45.99 I think for another set, $39.99 for another set. Awesome. Listed 3 weeks, maybe. And I did mention that I am getting my office moved into my bedroom, which is a little weird, but it does mean I'm closer to being able to do lives that I've been talking about for a year. But I made a joke when the Lowrys bought me this amazing banner that's back under here that I took down to do some work, and then have never found the time to put back up. I made a joke that I couldn't decide whether I wanted it in the garage or just in my bedroom just because it was awesome. Guess what? it's gonna end up in my bedroom. Weird as that is, when I do a live, you will be in my bedroom. I don't know. It's not like you will be able to see. It's set up where you'll see a wall with a banner on it, but it just seems, I don't know. I'm sure it won't be weird at all, but you know how you make things up in your head where just I'm inviting the world into my bedroom. I don't know. But it is always the cleanest place in my house. So if you were going to see a room in my house, that's the tops. I've done a lot of local sales lately. I think I'm going to try to keep that train going. I've sold 2 DVD players, $10 a pop. I probably paid $5 for them, so it's just trying to unload them. I did sell a banjo today to a guy. I met him up at Walmart. I felt bad because he's like, okay, I'll meet you there in like 30 minutes. And he's like, I'll be on an e-bike with a trailer. And then we had torrential downpours for the next 35 minutes. And he still met me there, soaking wet. I brought a garbage bag to wrap the banjo in just in case. There was another $120 in my pocket. So I'm liking this quick cash as I'm cleaning, you know, or that's not quick cash, but I don't know who it was. Some daytime television person, I think. They had this whole spiel of like, if it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning house, getting stuff out of my way. I like space. I would rather have space than things in those space. Even if I don't do anything with that space, I just feel like I can breathe better. I like open. I like an open floor plan. I knocked out a wall in my house specifically for that, so when you walk in the door, you can see all the way through the house back into the kitchen. It just opened the whole thing up. I like space. Just got another sale. Probably won't go out today. It's a counter offer. This person's trying to get a dinosaur off me for $4. I got to the point where I said $8.99 is the best I can do. If not, I'm not making any money. And now they sent me a counter offer. So they will be blocked. That's how that goes. You don't understand how shipping works. You've bothered me many, many times. Many times. I think they wait till their offers regenerate, because I know you only get a certain amount, but I think after a certain amount of time, you can send offers again. And so I think it's the same person has been bothering me for weeks over a $9.99 plastic dinosaur. Ridiculous. Well, that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little feet. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let's go. I'm good at this.